Welcome to the Bogart Effect, a wealthy wisdom podcast. Please see important disclosure information at the end of the presentation.
So why don't we, kind of introduce the topic, what we're looking for, and then let's really just dive into the why.
Yeah, that sounds great. So a pretty common experience when you're meeting with your financial advisor for the first time or prospective advisor. Well, first off, congratulations for taking the time to meet with an advisor and really set your financial priorities in order. But a common experience is you have the meeting and then they send you a giant list of documents, and they say, come back with a giant binder full of stuff. Not necessarily binders anymore. And you want to know, why exactly do I need to go back and provide all of this information for you guys? It's a pretty common sentiment, I think.
Well, and candidly, it can be intimidating.
Absolutely.
The list of things, and it can take a long time to pull, especially if you've changed companies and you have legacy plans from previous employers and things of the sort, or have spouses. So, the first thing that I think is imperative to bring to the meeting is tax returns. And it's usually the last 2 or 3 years worth of tax returns. But talk to the audience a little bit about why we need those returns.
Yeah, absolutely. So tax returns are a gold mine as far as information goes. For one, the first thing that'll pop right off the page is the actual income numbers. A lot of times folks will have multiple income streams. You'll have rental income, you'll have bonuses through work, you'll have your salary, your wife's salary, and it's hard to keep track of the gross numbers of that. So that's just the first thing that I can see in the tax return. And that information is pretty relevant in a couple of ways. The first is that it shows the marginal tax bracket, and that's a big driver for one of the main changes, which is Roth contributions versus contributing to a traditional IRA. Getting that raw income number, I think, is very important for a lot of decisions, even down the road.
Well, and even I'm going to pull on that.
The previous presentation by Bogart Wealth was intended for general information purposes only. No portion of the presentation serves as the receipt of or as a substitute for personalized investment advice from Bogart Wealth or any other investment professional of your choosing. Different types of investments involve varying degrees of risk, and it should not be assumed that future performance of any specific investment or investment strategy or any other non-investment related or planning services, discussion, or content will be profitable, be suitable for your portfolio or individual situation, or prove successful. Neither Bogart Wealth's investment advisor registration status nor any amount of prior experience or success should be construed that a certain level of results or satisfaction will be achieved if Bogart Wealth is engaged or continues to be engaged to provide investment advisory services. Bogart Wealth is neither a law firm nor accounting firm, and no portion of its services shall be construed as legal or accounting advice. No portion of the podcast content should be construed by a client or prospective client as a guarantee that he or she will experience a certain level of results if Bogart Wealth is engaged or continues to be engaged to provide investment advisory services. Copies of Bogart Wealth's current written disclosure brochure and Form CRS discussing our advisory services and fees are available upon request or at www.bogartwealth.com.